The Brave Little Ferryboats. Words and Embroideries by Maria Saunderson. On the 12th of February 1918, during World War I, two ferry boats, the Daffodil and Iris, sailed quietly away from their home on the banks of the River Mersey. They would carry troops across the sea to help the Royal Navy in a place called Zeebrugge, where a wall called the Mole hid enemy submarines that had been attacking British ships. The plan was to block the entrance to the Mole and stop the attacks. The Royal Navy ship Vindictive towed Daffodil and Iris on the long journey to Belgium. At 1 minute past midnight on the 23rd of April 1918, St. George's Day, Vindictive came alongside the Mole but was unable to hold her position. Despite coming under heavy enemy fire, Daffodil pushed and held Vindictive against the Mole, enabling her troops to land. The brave little ferry boat returned home to Liverpool to a hero's welcome. A petition was sent to King George V asking for recognition for the service they had performed. The King commanded that they were to be given the titles Royal Daffodil and Royal Iris. This is their true story. Daffodil and Iris lived and worked happily on the banks of the River Mersey. Every day, come rain or shine, they ferried passengers back and forward across the river. On warm summer evenings, all the river boats would gather in the dock and tell stories about the good old days, when their friends the paddle steamers sailed the river. One day, everything changed. A message came. There would be a battle. Daffodil and Iris must leave the river and sail far across the sea to a wall called the Mole. They would carry men there to help the Royal Navy. It was a secret. Daffodil and Iris were given special armour to protect them. They didn't look or feel the same at all as they sailed away from their home on the River Mersey. Clouds of smoke drifted across the night sky as the Navy ship Vindictive towed Daffodil and Iris silently towards the Mole. Suddenly the smoke cleared. Loud bangs and flashes filled the air. Daffodil pushed Vindictive against the Mole as Iris came alongside to land her men. When the battle ended, even though Vindictive, Daffodil and Iris were all badly hurt, Daffodil was able to tow Vindictive away from the wall to safety. Daffodil and Iris sailed home to Liverpool to a hero's welcome. Their friends on the river took the brave little ferry boats into a dock to rest and mend them. The people of Liverpool were very proud of Daffodil and Iris. They sent a letter to the King and told him how brave the ferry boats had been. The King replied and said, "The brave little ferry boats will be forever known as Royal Iris and Royal Daffodil by order of the King." Daffodil and Iris returned to their busy lives on the River Mersey, where they lived and worked for many happy years. Did you know Daffodil and Iris were chosen because it was thought their special watertight hulls made them almost unsinkable? Vindictive was meant to sound the retreat from the Mole, but was too badly damaged, so the brave little ferry boat Daffodil had to sound her horn instead. When you hear her horn on the River Mersey on a foggy night, it is the same sound the men heard at Zeebrugge many years ago, calling them home. The man who invented the smokescreen that hid the ships from the Mole was called Brock. His father was the founder of the famous Brock's Fireworks Company. 8 Victoria Crosses were awarded for bravery at Zeebrugge. 19-year-old Albert Mackenzie, who received the Victoria Cross, was chosen by the men of Vindictive, Daffodil and Iris to represent them and receive one.